Hi guys, Pete the Wargamer here with another installment of my Chaos Cultists conversion series. In this edition, I'll be tackling the angriest of the mortal followers of Chaos and showing you how to build the cultists of the World Eaters Legion. So grab your Citadel Skull set and Blood for the Blood God paint, because you're going to need them. The basis of this conversion comes from the Corpse Grinder cult. These guys are perfect for representing the followers of Khorne, and if you wanted to, you could pretty much just use these as they are. However, we want to add a little more flair and variation to our cultists, so we'll be mixing and matching in a few components. So, begin by clipping away the parts needed to build the legs and torso of one of the larger corpse grinders. You can also remove one of the right axe arms, but leave that to one side for the time being. Once everything has been removed from the sprue and trimmed, you can then start to assemble the legs and torso together. Now that we have a good starting point for our conversion, we need to start to think about weaponry. Cultists have access to auto guns or auto pistols and close combat weapons, and if we only use parts from the Corpse Grinder kit, then we won't have quite as much choice of ranged weaponry. To remedy this, I'll be using one of the weapons from the House Goliath Necromunda set. These equally well built miniatures work particularly well with the Corpse Grinder kit. However, in order for the arm to get a good fit against the torso, we need to make a couple of small trims. Only make a few small cuts or file things down a little bit at a time before testing the fit. Repeat this a few times until the arm has a good fit against the shoulder. Once you're happy, you can then glue it into place. If you found yourself with a few gaps after attaching that arm, you can quite easily solve this by taking one of the armor plates from the Goliath kit and using it as a shoulder pad. This will not only hide those small imperfections, but it'll also give the model a bulkier, more heavily armored appearance. Once the shoulder pad has been added, you can then go ahead and glue on the axe arm that you clipped away earlier on. So, next up we need a head, and we need something that is equal in bulk to the body that we are using. Bare Space Marine heads are a good option, but personally I'll be opting to use some more components from the House Goliath kit. So, grab yourself the two halves of a head and glue them together. Allow these to dry fully before carefully clipping away and shaving smooth the mohawk. The result is something that isn't obviously House Goliath, fits in with the scale, and also gives us a pretty crazed looking expression. Perfect for a murder-hungry cultist. The Goliath head comes with a neck already, but it doesn't quite fit snugly into the round neck socket of the torso. This means that a little trimming is going to be required in order to get a good fit. So use a knife or a file to round off the bottom of the neck. Again, periodically check to fit, and once you're happy that the neck fits into the socket, you can then glue everything into place. At the moment, we have our cultist fully armed and with a head, but there isn't anything necessarily cornate about it just yet. To remedy this, and to also further distinguish him from the Corpse Grinder cult, I'll be adding in a few aesthetic components. These are all taken from the Skull Crushers of Khorne box, an excellent resource if you're looking to build any Khorne related conversions. And from that kit, I've taken a couple of the rondels, the small armpit mounted shield things, and added them to the belt buckle and also next to the shoulder plate that we added earlier. This will help to bulk the model up a little, whilst also giving him some recognisably Khorne related iconography. However, it is currently missing some key components still. Skulls for the skull thrones. I've also taken these skulls from the Skull Crusher kit, but the Citadel Skulls kit is also a good alternative. You can add any number of skulls to your cultist, just make sure that you save a few for your base. So with all that, what's left to do is to base and paint the miniature, which should leave you with something that looks a bit like this. So after watching this video, you should be armed with the knowledge of how to create some fairly simple World Eater cultist conversions. Now, while it's often inevitable that these kinds of conversions will be more expensive or require more effort, I hope that the results make that extra cost and extra time spent on your miniature well worth it. So, if you enjoyed this Chaos Cultist conversion installment video, then be sure to check out my previous guides where I've already tackled the Emperor's Children, Iron Warriors, Death Guard, Word Bearers, Night Lords, and Thousand Suns. Next up will be the Alpha Legion, but let me know if you have any other conversion ideas you'd like to see me tackle in the future. If you're looking to recreate this conversion, then you'll probably want to buy yourself the individual extra parts from bit sellers rather than buying full kits of them, which should help to keep the cost down a bit. Now, I personally recommend Bitsbox, as I've used these guys in numerous conversions and they've really helped out the channel a good number of times as well. For the Corpse Grinder cult kits that we used as the basis of this conversion, check out Firestorm Games using my affiliates link in the description below. Those guys offer discounts on Games Workshop products and they ship worldwide. Plus, anything that you buy after using that link will send just a little bit of money my way too, which I can put directly into producing more of these videos. And finally, let me just say a huge thank you to the guys who support me on Patreon. Your continued help really does help towards the cost of producing these videos. And if you'd also like to lend me a hand too, then I've included my Patreon page in the description below, where you can donate to me from as little as $1 a month. So the only thing left to say is, thanks for watching and goodbye.